Hey everyone, it's Denise Brown. Every Sunday morning, I get a newsletter from Chris Brogan, and every Sunday morning, I read a newsletter from Chris Brogan. And in this past Sunday's newsletter, he talked about data and how important it is to have systems in place within a business to kick out and review data so that you understand your business. Now, how does this actually relate to family caregiving? Well, I had this midnight idea last week that I had been thinking about and then researching and then talking it out that I've been pursuing that is ready for you, that actually collects our data in a more meaningful way. So typically, data around caregiving focuses on the tasks. Now, the tasks are important, but I think they miss what we do, which is manage, navigate, advocate. So the survey that I created for you to capture your data is about 5 minutes in length. And if you want, you can actually spend maybe about 5 minutes preparing for the survey, just gathering some of your data. And I actually have a post that you can review that includes, here's the data you might want to get together. Because the other thing that we don't necessarily talk about is, how many carees have we had over our lifetime? What's the total number of caregiving years in our lifetime? Not just the years for our current caregiving experience, but combined all of our caregiving experiences. And then one of the other questions that I ask is, when do you worry the most? At night, during the day, or all the time? Because I also think that the data misses the impact of our worries during our caregiving experience. Okay, so because I want this data to be meaningful, we as individuals are going to share our data so that we have this collective data about our experience. And then I wanted to actually turn into a recognition for you. So after you complete the survey, you get a certificate that recognizes that of the 15 caregiving systems, and I'll show you this in just a moment, you manage, navigate, and advocate within at least 10 of these systems that are complicated and require all this attention from us, and that require that we are always in a place of oversight about making sure that these systems are running smoothly. Wow. I first started teaching about caregiving systems in our certified caregiving consultant training maybe about a year and a half ago. And at the time, I think I thought maybe there were 7. And then the more I started doing this survey, creating the survey for you, the more I realized, oh my gosh, I think there's 15, but there might be more. And I truly believe that you navigate, that you manage, and that you advocate within at least 10 of these systems. Wow, no wonder we're exhausted. Okay, so there's a certificate for you, which can lead to a conversation on social media. And then I created templates for you to plug in your own personal data for you to share on social media. It's a way for you to tell your caregiving story that actually connects you into a conversation with others about their caregiving story. So after you complete the survey, you get an email with your certificate, and then you get an email that connects you to the social media templates, plus a way for you to engage a conversation on social media about these numbers. And I'm not sure if it's actually a conversation that really happens around caregiving. I often think that sometimes within the caregiving space, the wrong conversations happen. And I wanted to move our conversations into what's it really like? The data will show what it's really like. And then let's talk about what it's really like. Let's talk about how many midnight emergencies we've managed. I mean, wow. Okay, so let me start showing you stuff. Here we go. So after you take the survey, and again, it's 5 minutes, but you might want to take 5 minutes just to kind of prepare. You're going to get an email. And this is a generic certificate that I created just to show you. So you'll see that it's not personalized, but it will look personal for you. So you get an email. This is what the email looks like. And then you can click to view what your credential looks like. And what I did is I created a badge that you can use. And then I also created this certificate. So here are the 15 caregiving systems. And you manage at least 10 of them. Now, something I tell you in the follow-up to help you share your certificate on social media and start a conversation is that you get to define what each system means. So I categorize the systems, I name them, you get to define them. What does it mean for you to manage within an educational system? So it could be that you have a child with special needs, and so you are navigating, advocating, and managing within the school district. But for someone else, it might mean, you know what, I've had to learn how to provide hands-on care because I'm providing significantly critical, complex care at home. So for me, education might mean what I taught myself because there was no one else to teach me. I figured it out. So again, there's 15 right now. And I know that you manage at least 10 of them. Wow. Okay, so you complete the survey, you get an email with your certificate, and then you get another email that gives you all the responses to the questions that I asked. So it, in essence, gives you the data, and then it shares a link to a post. And all of this is housed in the Encyclopedia of Family Caregiving, which is our free course on caring our way. And I'll show you how to navigate that in just a minute. Okay, so here's what one of the social media graphics looks like. Here we go. So actually, this is mine. So as I was thinking about it, I thought, oh my gosh, over a lifetime, I've had 5 carees. I often think it's just my parents, but it was a niece who's doing well now, my aunt who died 2.5 years ago, my grandmother who died 25 years ago. So then I started thinking, well, how many years has it been? So it's been 22 years. And then for me, it's 3 midnight emergencies. It's been 3 hospitalizations within the past 2 years. We had 2 medical appointments for my dad within the past 30 days. The longest hold time. How long have you spent on the phone on hold with a provider, an insurer, or some other healthcare entity? So for me, I remember exactly what the call was, and I was trying to remember how many minutes on hold I was, but I think it was 45, and it was when I was trying to file an appeal with Medicare on behalf of my mom. And the number of battles won in the last 30 days, my dad sold his car. Okay, so that was, how many years have I been trying for that one? That was probably 18 months of really talking him through this. Oh my gosh, but what a relief. I mean, I could cry. It's such a relief. And I want to mention that I tried to get help from healthcare providers and they were not helpful. Okay, so you get a template just like this. You get 4 templates and you get to plug in your numbers as well as which stat you'd want to share. So for instance, I pulled out these particular stats because I thought they were kind of interesting, but you could actually change these out and say something like, you know, I worry the most at night. Your caregiving stage, because I ask you what stage you're in, you could put that in. So you can really create versions of this that include different categories and different numbers. And you can also create your own categories and plug in your own numbers. I mean, I'm just trying to get you started, right? So you go with it wherever you want to go. And I want to mention that I appreciate that Oh my gosh, you've got a lot going on. I tried to simplify this in a way that felt doable. So the goal is, 10 minutes for the survey, and then you immediately get a certificate. And then if you want, the next day, share your certificate on social media. And then if you want, the next week, personalize your templates through Canva. And if you have problems or challenges or struggles with our templates, just reach out to me. I've got interns from University of Illinois. I've already primed them to be ready to help. And then if you're a Canva expert and you want to volunteer to help, please let me know, because we'd love for you to help provide these stats on these templates for those who want to share it on social media, but might feel a little, I just don't have the bandwidth right now to figure out one more thing. And I totally get it. I totally get it. So all of this is on the Encyclopedia of Family Caregiving, which is on Caring Our Way. And I actually closed out Caring Our Way just in case there was any binging. I was trying to minimize the noises while I was talking to you. Of course, they're cutting the lawn now, so the heck with that. But here we go. So let me just show you what the Encyclopedia of Family Caregiving looks like on caringourway.com. Now, it's a free course, and I launched it just right after Labor Day. And the idea is that we're going to have this collection of stories and insights and wisdom that we all share together. So here's what it looks like. So you can enroll for free. And then you'll see, tell us your caregiving stats. So here's the post to click that gives you the link to the survey. And then after you complete the survey, you'll be directed back here to your next steps. And this walks you through your next steps. So hopefully it's spelled out in a way that you feel like, okay, I'm in. This is doable. This is a conversation I want to be a part of. And I just want to show you what the table of contents looks like. So there's all kinds of really great material for you in the encyclopedia. And I wanted it to be a place that you can go where you receive your own wisdom. So often we are just doing and strategizing. And I wanted you to have just a few moments of someone, me, asking you questions so you can reflect. So we have assessments, we have a stages assessment to help you figure out where are you in your caregiving experience? What do you need based on where you are? And then an opportunity for you to share what caregiving is like for you right now. Okay, so that's the Encyclopedia of Family Caregiving, and it's available on Caring Our Way. It's free. And when you join, you'll see the post that walks you through how to share your stats. And then after you share your stats, you're going to get 2 emails. One that sends you to your certificate, and then the other one that includes your responses, so your data that you told me about by completing the assessment. And then you have links to the templates that are available to you through canva.com that you can personalize with your own stats. Now, we also have a hashtag, and the hashtag for you to use is Caring Stats. I was just going to double check, but I remembered it's Caring Stats. So use your hashtag when you post on social media. We'll reshare what you post and jump in the conversation. Again, it's about really talking about what caregiving is really like, all that we manage, all that we navigate, and all that we advocate. So hopefully, getting ready now, so it's October 18th, will put us in a good place for November, which is National Family Caregivers Month. So we can really elevate the conversation during November about what caregiving is really like for us. Okay, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for doing the survey. Thank you for sharing your data with me. I will share our collective data on a regular basis with you, because I want all of us to see what it looks like from a global perspective. We understand what it's like from our perspective. Let's branch out. And I also want to mention too that sometimes when you're new to caregiving, you see something like this and you think, oh, that's not for me. That's for someone who's been doing it for a long time. This is absolutely for you. Absolutely. Data during a caregiving experience is so critical. So regardless of whether or not you've just started a couple months into a caregiving experience, or you've been a couple decades into a caregiving experience, your data matters. And that's why I want all the data, because that will help us really show the story of caregiving in a very compelling way. We're kicking out data from our caregiving experience, and we're using it in a way to make sure that our conversations about caregiving are relevant and timely and on point. Okay, so go to caringourway.com. In the courses area, you'll see the Encyclopedia Family Caregiving. Just join, it's free. And then look for those two posts. The first post to share your data to take that survey, and then the second post, which is your follow-up steps, so that you're ready to go with your certificate and your data. Okay, thank you so much. See you on social media. See you on the Encyclopedia Family Caregiving. Thank you for joining me there. Okay, bye-bye.